This is story time with Jacob and Matthew. This is our last decade of entrepreneurship. Our highs and lows and how we haven't made it yet, but we're gonna make it.
Kind of crazy to think 10 years, right?
The year is 2010. It begins with Matthew Dawson at home on a computer.
So I'd been buying and selling things on Trade, but then I saw that I could buy bulk remote controlled helicopters from AliExpress, yeah. For a cheaper price, and then I could sell them, to people on Trade Me for a markup.
So I saw Matthew doing all right with this, so I thought, hey, I want it. So I had a bit of savings, so I ended up combining my savings with Matthew's little side hustles doing, and we bought a whole lot of toys, and we went to this, hobby and toy expo called Model X down in West Auckland. But for us, this was like our first sort of beginning. It's where we started making some real money. So we rocked up with all of our toys, nice little display stand, but we hustled hard. 'Cause I'm a hustler, yeah, I'm a hustler. And we did all right. I think we sold the vast majority of our stock, and we walked away with over $2,000 in our pocket. Keep in mind, this was $2,000 in cash and cents, so it felt like a lot of money. Anyway, so we used that cash for two things. A, to buy more toys that we could sell, and B, to get ourselves online. So we commissioned our older brother, who was a bit tech savvy, to make us our first website. And thus was born Simple Clever Toys. And basically what we did is we went and scoured the world, scoured the internet for the coolest toys, and we would buy those cool toys and we would resell them online.
I guess the interesting thing happened when we started making videos for the toys. So we made a few just really average ones. But for some reason, one of those really average ones got 13 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that kind of kickstarted. I guess that's probably one of the reasons why we did so well, is because everyone kept on buying the putty, the magnetic thinking putty that we sold. And then from there, the YouTube channel was born, that we started creating more and more videos, very much wacky.
Open Cape Man style.
Cheesy slapstick with Jacob in it.
And that YouTube channel ended up becoming our main, marketing tool to sell our toys online. I mean, it's definitely the basis for all I do, because now fast forward in one day video, my job is doing all the storyboarding, scripting, which is exactly what I was doing way back then when I was 16 and you were 14, and your job was to do all the videography and the editing, and that's what you're doing now.
Yeah.
So it's funny
just a little bit more of a complex, better quality level.
It's funny how
we've learnt a lot.
Ideas follow you through. 2014, Matthew and I were sort of looking at different areas of interest. Matthew was getting very interested in film, while I was very interested in building my own product. We'd had enough of Simple Clever Toys. Yes, it was making money. It was still very, it wasn't great profit that we were making profit, but hey, as teenagers, it was fun and it was a good learning experience. We learnt a lot. We learned all the bases of business. So we decided to do the next logical thing, and we decided to sell the business. So we sold the business for, I think, $40,000 in the end, which once we split that, we ended up with probably the most money we had ever had, and it was an incredible, very heady moment as teenagers to have 20K in your bank.
Gold beyond measure.
Let's be honest though, that money went very quickly.
How did you spend your money, Matthew? Come on, how did you spend your 20K?
6,000 of it on the car, 3,500 to 4,000 on on study. I don't know what.
How long did it last you in total? A year?
It didn't last me long.
Number one, I actually gave a bit of away. I bought a well in India.
You're way less selfish than I was. I mean, I just kept the money for myself.
So that was the one good thing, and I think that's probably the best thing I did with my money, Matthew. The rest I did with the majority of the money is I put it all in to my next startup called Mirren. The idea is that you could keep your memories, your real memories, your photos, your videos within beautiful little keepsakes. So it's this nice idea of keeping your memories in physical objects. And I totally bombed on Kickstarter, really, really bad. I think the big lesson I learned that no matter how good your idea is, how much effort you put into it, how beautiful it looks, how much you polish it, if people don't know about it, they're not going to buy it. And I learned that the hard way when I put Mirren up on Kickstarter with no marketing, pre-marketing plan in place. I just thought, hey, my idea is so good. So post Mirren, I think actually in debt to my uncle, about $10,000. I started seeking a full-time job because I had to pay back loans, and I wanted to start saving up for university. So I took a job as a postie, and that was quite honestly a humbling experience for me because I had these big dreams that I was this cool guy, and I had
Probably thought you were a bit more important than you actually were.
So I spent a year as a postie saving money up for university to study industrial design. And Matthew, what were you doing during this time?
I went to film school, which was awesome fun. And I think I learned a lot about myself and a lot about how to work in a team and work with people that I might not necessarily have gotten along with normally, which was really valuable. I feel like I did a lot of growing. And then I just, after that, I kind of just did a lot of freelancing. And I did an internship that sucked. That I didn't get paid for.
So stuff was starting to look up for me now. I had finished my year of postie and I had started design school. I wanted to become an industrial designer, which was the other career choice I was sort of playing around with a few years ago, but I decided to become a failed entrepreneur instead. But I went to university a bit differently. A, I was a bit older than people, but B, I started my YouTube channel while at university, and I just started vlogging my way through university. It started really small, but it sort of gained momentum because there weren't many people talking about industrial design on YouTube. And my YouTube channel led to a lot of really good things for me. I won a vlogging competition, and the prize was to go to Abu Dhabi to vlog this competition called World Skills. So I went over to Abu Dhabi and I got, a real taste for what it was like to do some work overseas. I met Autodesk through that, who were one of the sponsors. And they were really excited about the sort of the stuff I was doing with industrial design and obviously vlogging about it. And from that, I got other opportunities to get internships with companies like AGN Smart, which I learned a lot from Jonathan Courtney. Through doing my YouTube channel, I noticed something very interesting with all these companies, no matter how big or small that I worked for, is that none of them had their act together when it came to video production. And I had this idea when I was traveling in America. I thought, hey, you know what? I could make a video in a day. That's something I could do. What if we created a company where all we did was made a video, a really great video in one day? Because what we were seeing is that, videos that companies were making, it was taking weeks, if not months, for productions, big agencies to make these videos for companies, and it ended up costing huge amounts of money. And we thought, you know what? We could probably do something better in a shorter period of time. So the idea for One Day Video was born. So we had a chat about it, and you liked the idea. You thought it was kind of cool. Where were you? Where was your headspace at this point, Matthew? You had been working for companies.
Started a job as a director's assistant at a big film production company in the city. And it was kind of like my dream job to get like a DA thing and then work my way up to become like a big film director. Yeah, so I guess I was a little bit hesitant as to whether we should start something. But I was like, yeah, I kind of like, I would enjoy doing that a lot more than working here.
But was that job cracked out to what you thought it was going to be?
I guess at the end of the day, it started becoming less and less of a good fit for me. Not just because it wasn't cracking out how I thought it would be. It was just like the work environment wasn't great, and I think I wasn't very happy there.
So I was working full-time on One Day Video. Matthew was working part-time on One Day Video, sort of doing the editing in the evenings and building the website out and things like that. So it was a real hard grind at first. I don't want to minimize that success because, hey, we actually did pretty damn well in our first year. We had a strong start. We made over $100,000 in sales, which, for a little startup is, it's good. We became profitable, and now it's supporting Matthew and I financially, which is awesome, and we're doing what we love.
Yeah, we're both working full-time on it now, which is great.
Now that jumps us into 2020. This year has definitely been a lot easier than last year, eh, Matthew?
Well, it's obviously been a crazy different year for everyone because of COVID-19. And just having to adapt, I guess, to what we were going to do. Because obviously we're like, oh, crap, we can't do live shoots for people because we can't go and shoot things in lockdown. So we had to come up with the whole motion graphics idea, which, hit off well and did really well.
Still doing really well.
And it's, now become a permanent package of what we do, which is really exciting.
So 2020 is doing good. I'd say we are doing good. We're making a solid business. We've now got a good list of clientele who are coming back for repeat business with us, which is awesome.
this year feels a lot more, I don't know, exciting. I guess we're fully committed to it. We're like fully into it now. And we're like going full steam ahead and putting our whole effort into it. So it's nice to be spending a bit more time on it and actually seeing some results from the time that we've spent.
So yeah, that is our life the past decade.
The last decade of our lives.
Last decade of how we have gone from small business selling toys, Western included toys, to sort of flopping around, not really figuring it out for a few years, failing, which is always important, I guess.
Yeah.
And then succeeding, and now sort of finding our way through the grind and actually having, I guess, success that we can build upon. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Jacob, this is my brother Matthew, and this has been real. Yeah, so if you like this video, please like and subscribe, as we will be creating more videos about our journey, about what it's like to be a videographer, and some of the tips and tricks that we are learning along the way.